The Trump administration is eliminating a lifeline that has served more than 1 million young people in crisis. Suicide prevention services for LGBTQ+ youth, now offered through the 988 Crisis Lifeline, will lose all funding starting next month. CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with the impact it could have and the other resources that are still available for those in need. Richard?
And Carlo, while the 988 hotline will still continue operating, when someone calls 988, they will no longer be able to select option 3. Now, that's a specialized support hotline dedicated to LGBTQ+ young people who are in crisis, staffed by specially trained counselors. It's a funding cut that critics are calling devastating, that some say will lead to an increase in suicide attempts.
For LGBTQI+, press 3.
It's a slap in the face to anyone who believes in good mental health care for our kids.
Kathy Molig is founder of Trans Family Support Services here in San Diego County. She says the 988 hotline specialized services for LGBTQ+ youth, which launched about 3 years ago, has saved lives.
We have millions of people, LGBTQ youth, using the service. And now that safety net is gone. It is absolutely going to reduce the calls to 988.
Federal data show that since July 2022, more than 14.5 million people have either called, texted, or sent chat messages to the 988 Lifeline. 1.3 million of those were then routed to the LGBTQ+ specialized services.
It's not just that you feel safer, you feel seen.
Supporters of this service point out that gay and transgender youth experience distinct mental health challenges and also have disproportionately high suicide rates, making this 988 sub-program all the more critical.
You can go directly to somebody who's trained in LGBT issues and get the support that you needed, not having to worry about the shame or do I need to not say something to the person I'm talking to. So it saves lives.
In a statement that referred to LGB+ youth services, leaving out the T for transgender, the federal government said that this decision is intended to no longer silo those specific services and instead focus on all help seekers. But the Trevor Project, a nonprofit that focuses on suicide prevention for LGBTQ+ youth, calls these cuts devastating and especially callous during Pride Month. Mark Henson is with the Trevor Project.
I have to wonder, where will those hundreds of thousands of LGBTQ+ youth go if the service that they use and they trust disappear?
And a spokesperson for Health and Human Services also says that this specialized hotline had, quote, run out of congressionally directed funding, claiming that continuing to fund it would jeopardize the entire 988 hotline. As it stands now, the Option 3 specialized service for LGBTQ+ youth will end on July 17th.
A little upsetting because this is something that literally saves lives.
Absolutely.
Now, so for those LGBTQ+ youth who are in crisis, are there other resources out there available to them?
Well, here in California, we're very fortunate. Governor Gavin Newsom tonight pointed out that California has invested billions in youth mental health programs, including a partnership with the Trevor Project, which is the nonprofit that focuses on suicide prevention for LGBTQ+ youth. Trevor Project has its own hotline that young people can access. They can call, they can text. We have a link to that on our website at cbs8.com. Just go to the online version of this story.
Absolutely. And if you know somebody in crisis, please help them out, direct them to these services.
Absolutely. Reach out.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.